Oh, yes, you can hear me. Look at that. Looks so crisp. Dialed it in this morning. Got the lights set up a little bit. Today, we're talking about this company right here. Boom, it's kids' favorite, Disney. Not only Disney does parks, but they do stuff. And most people know about this right now. The big shift from Universal Parks into Disney Plus streaming services. So, in 30 seconds, we're going to get into technical TikTok. 8 at 8. Oh, and my disclaimer. This show is entertainment, education, entertainment. It's not your financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. 10 seconds, let's see this. Take a look at Hi, social media world. My name is Alfred Gordon-Liu. This is 8 at 8, and 8 minutes starts right now. Boom! Just like that. Today, we're talking about Disney. Wonderful company, like I told you about. You might have heard of it. It's made all the Disney princess movies, and it has a great legacy of theme parks. Their old CEO, Bob Iger, used to follow him a lot, loved him. But you're not here for that. You're here for the technicals. So let's talk about this. If you're a different kind of trader, if you're a positional trader, someone's holding for a long time, if you're a swing trader or intraday trader, this is what we're going to talk about today. So, this is what I want to also say. Yesterday, when we looked at the SPX, the index, it was all, we had indications that it was going to the downside. It's recovered today. Look at this, but it's teetering on getting some of those signals that they were talking about. So let's get these circles in, because I'm going to take a little segue because it's worth it to talk about these segues. Right here we see an arrow. Yesterday we had this arrow here where it was turning downwards, so that means it's moving past its 20-day average. So it was, I guess, on sale. You could say that. But right now it's still roaring to go, so we're watching this little blue circle definitely as this. Definitely there are more sellers in the market. You know, my thinking is that in the end of the month, this is when these arrows solidify, is that we're going to get that down in the negative. So depending on how it does, the price could change, but this is always going to be seller, and people are starting to become a little more fearful of this, index and taking their money out. So wanted to show you that. It's totally reversed from yesterday, but I think we're at that teetering cusp. So keep an eye on it. Stick to the show. All right, so let's move on to Disney. The ticker symbol for Disney is DIS. Boom. You put that in there, you get it with this. Oh man, I got some stuff on this chart just because I have been looking at this already. So let's remove all this stuff here. We don't need to see it because we're just simplifying it for you. But let's take a look at Disney. So let's zoom in here. So as you can see, I'm going to go a little closer. This is a monthly chart. As you can see, I'm flipping time frame. We're looking at monthly there. If I'm going to take this arrow here, boom, the price is lower than it has been for the 20-day average. And back here also in September of 2021, that's when it dropped lower and there became more sellers of it. And also, if we look back a little further into June, that's where people started to dump the stock. But why? Why did they kind of dump that stock? We don't know. So if you're a positional trader, Disney might be on the down slump. It looks like it's flooring up. Could it reverse? But definitely it is in the downtrend. And this one arrow right here, you can see that it's starting to reverse a little bit. The sellers are starting to lose that tug of war with the buyers. But still, definitely there are more sellers, and that force is greater there. So let's move on to swing traders. If we're taking a look, oh, you know what? I shortcutted this here for you. So watch this. I'm going to switch this up. Right here, we're talking about swing traders. Hopefully that's the right one. Nope. I see. I lied. It is that one. Yes, intraday. So as you can see, sorry, daily chart. All these candles are daily. It is this one that we're looking at right here. What we're looking at is Bollinger Band. So let's take a look at these wonderful opportunities that swing traders have had. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of great things here. So where my eye goes, and automatically recently is this wonderful gap down right here. Definitely gap down here. It was at the top of the Bollinger Band, indicating that, hey, a sell-off will probably happen. And look at this, all this downward bottom. So is it a buy? Is it a buy? You know, it could have been a buy here, but you're buying all the way down here where it looks like it bottomed out as well. And look again, people selling here, and again, it gaps down. So is this company going to keep on gapping down or what? Uh, One of the other things that we're looking for here, look at that crazy volatility. It is a lot higher than normal. But here is specifically what we're looking for. As you can see, they had an earnings call in February. I'm going to show you that on my screen with 3 minutes left. And why did it gap back up? That is the question here. And if I get my finger right here, and you can zoom in on that, you know, maybe I got to make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to go like this. Walt Disney, February 9th, you can see that earnings call that we had those tickers. Why did it gap up finally? It's because we were expecting 0.63 here for EPS growth, but when they reported, it was 1.6. That's a huge upside surprise. And I honestly don't know if that was a surprise for me, but with such bad numbers, and I know that they've been doing some awesome job in streaming world. Obviously, they came out with most recently Boba Fett, which is, you know, obviously getting some more. But that whole series with, you know, Star Wars and all their spin-offs on this, and also on the Marvel, you know, universe, they have been garnishing a lot of views and a lot of eyes, and they've been dipping into their vault of all the things that Disney owns, right? They even could, you know, they're moving into National Geographic. They're moving into some of their Star kind of stuff. Some of the movies that I used to produce or TV shows here in Vancouver. So they are starting to not license out their stuff as much, but bring it back in-house for Disney Plus, and that is garnishing them a lot of views. So rivaling some of the top ones. So they're taking all those subscribers, or at least adding them, making Disney Plus a staple. But as you can see, these are the news right here that move markets, right? That big jump, almost, you know, 40% better than expected, and that's what moves this back up here for it to gap up. You can see that there as well. So I only got a couple more minutes. Let's move on to intraday. So those people that are looking to do the same thing but on a tighter time frame, and that means in the day. And first of all, my eye goes to this. Look at this major spread here, after hours, and this gray range, right here to right here. This means after hours. And I don't even have to check the time. I don't know. I got 1 minute left. Oh my gosh, I need to get this stuff done. So what we're looking for is another band like this to see if you actually bought here and you sold here. That would be a crazy spread of, let's see, like that. That'd be a spread of 150 all the way up to 153. So if you did a share like that, that is, you know what, like a 3% return in after hours trading. So as you can see right here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. I only got 40 seconds here. This narrow band is pretty narrow. It looks like it's consolidated. It doesn't have any big dips, but look at that. In the night before after hours, right now, it just gapped up. So again, for intraday traders, you're looking for that big change out of these Bollinger Bands, essentially buying here and then selling up here. And you can see any trends that we have here. I don't have any Fibonacci's because there's no time. But it could probably potentially, let's stop this. I don't know why I'm rushing it. Let's give you some more value right here. Let's talk about a Fibonacci here. If it were to go back down into the reverse, which, you know, right now it's got all the good news, it's got all those tailwinds with it. But if we went from here to here, we could see where probably the resistance is. And if we zoom in a little bit more, just pulling these Fibonacci's, look, it has definitely bounced off this 153 price. Now it's having a little bit of resistance at this 153.92. So it's essentially 154 to 153. That's a nice little channel that it's going to. If it breaks through this, the next time it has resistance will probably be up at 154.88 for all intraday traders. And if you're looking for the floor, look, it's pretty much had a solid floor on this pink line. But if it breaks through these, there is no support down here, and it could just tumble back to what it was back in the early trading days. Look at that, 150. It could drop back down to the day before yesterday, 150, but it's gapped up. So, and it looks like it's got some strong flooring right here. So that is what I see for intraday traders. It looks like that trend is going up, and you got a strong floor right there. So with that said, that is Disney for you. And that goes by so fast, everybody. I gotta tighten up that ship. Boom. Thanks for sticking with me as well. Glad we got to talk about Disney, one of the companies that my kids love so much. Again, I'm still working this out. I'm trying to figure out how to best serve you and taking a look at those three things, right? Traditional trading, swing trading, and intraday. What do you look for? The opportunity. So, boom. Disney. Good opportunity. Gotta do more research. This is just one part. I encourage you guys to take a look at other stuff in the investing world. This is just technical. This is just like a taste of technical. I'm only picking like 1 or 2 tools each for each time frame, but there's so many different studies that you can do. And most importantly is fundamentals. Right? You gotta look at the numbers, you gotta see if they actually deserve business. Let's report on that stuff. You gotta look at the numbers, the charts. So with that said, peace out. If you want some more, hit me up. That's the dad. We'll talk about a little bit of numbers. We'll talk about one of my mentors who taught me about valuation.